Hi, I'm Marcus from All Ages Airsoft. Right, we're going to do a little bit of a follow-up on what I suspect, can't prove it, but what I suspect is wrong with the Novridge SS4 problems. Now, I've had my hands now on half a dozen of these guns that have all suffered from exactly the same problem, every single time. And that is, they are snapping the butt plate, the butt end of the taper plate, which I have here. This isn't an SS4 gearbox, but it's very similar. They snap here all the time. Every single one I've had in the shop that has gone has snapped in exactly the same place. And I've been racking my head to figure out why this is happening, and it shouldn't happen. And the only thing I can come up with is this. Right, as you can see, I've removed all the unnecessary stuff from this gearbox shell, just to make life a bit easier. Now, this would ordinarily be under spring tension, so that would be in the unfired position forward there. Now, if you hold the gear in place, what's happening is we've got a small amount of movement now. Now, on another gearbox shell, we've got none. The only thing I can come up with is as this gear spins round, it's hitting here. Now, I don't know if you can see this on the video. We've got a small hump here. Now, that'll be to almost kickstart this moving backwards. And then it will keep going. And then at that stage, it will go about there. And it will release the under spring tension, this moving forward. I suspect what's happening, it hitting this hump and possibly this actual position of this bush in respect to the front position of this screw hole is out very slightly, because I've only come across this problem with Novridge gearboxes. They are a gearbox, they're a normal version 2 gearbox, but I don't know who makes them. I think a possible fix, if another Novridge comes in, I will try this. If we were to carefully, you don't need to take much off, take this little edge off here with a file and just curve it very, very slightly. Just remove this hump. I wonder if that might solve the problem. I can't see why these guns are suffering from this problem. And it's only this problem. The electronics are fine, the air seal and everything else is fine. The only thing I can come up with is it's the taper plate and a problem with the position in the gearbox. I think if somebody tried this and you have success or don't have success, please let me know, because I can cross that off the list. Or say, yes, that's definitely the problem. A 20-minute strip down of the job and 2-3 minutes with a needle file would solve the problem. So if I just use one of my needle files, I'll do it on this one, just to almost there. Have I got? Yes, I have. Right. Now, I have just literally in 10-15 seconds, just removed that little hump. I suspect that might solve the problem. As I say, if somebody tries this and it works, please let me know, because I'd be really, really interested to know one way or another if that works or not. That is the only thing I can think of, engineering wise, and as a gunsmith, about the only thing I can come up with. There's nothing else in a SS4 gearbox that is telling me I'm the fault. There's nothing either side of the gearbox that is contacting the butt end of that taper plate. So please, if anybody fancies having a go at that, please let me know. If another one comes in here, I will try this and see if it works. But I personally fitted different makes of taper plate, uprated taper plates. The last one I used a Garda taper plate, which are bloody good taper plates. And it's still done exactly the same thing. Within a mag, 2 mags, snaps the butt end off. And I know why it's snapping it off, because this is a weak spot. And unfortunately, that is just the design of the taper plate. Marui designed this 40 odd years ago. And in most guns, 99% of guns, it works like an absolute dream. I think that hump and a slight misalignment with positioning has caused the problem. So there we go. That's my update. If anybody comes up with another theory, please let me know. I'd love to try it. If anybody tries this and they have good results or bad results, again, please let me know, because then at least I'll know it wasn't that. There we go. Thanks for watching.